Oh, Mommy said asshole, and that's the toilet word.
Welcome to Life Under the Laundry Pile, airing it all out, one conversation at a time. This is Copper.
This is Heather.
Hola.
Hola.
How are you?
We act like we haven't been chatting, but, literally we just
No,
spent the
we
last
totally
hour
just,
chatting.
we started, quote unquote, recording like an hour ago, but we're like puppies who can't fucking focus on anything at all, so...
Well, and it's funny because then when we finally hit record and we start, you're like, "This is Copper." I'm like, "This is Heather," and there's like this dead silence, and we're like, "Oh."
No, you went, "This
wait.
is Heather," and then you said, "This is not recording."
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
So what's up?
Not much. What about you?
Let's see. Well, I just spent the last 2 weeks. My mom literally just drove out of the driveway this morning. She originally was going to come in. She and I think I mentioned last time I went in for a wedding, and she followed me back with a U-Haul with the rest of our furniture.
Uh-huh.
And she was going to stay for a week, and she extended it to 2 weeks because my brother's band had an album launch on Monday night, so she stayed for that. So we went downtown to the CMA Country Music Hall of Fame, I think it's what it's called.
Okay.
Down in downtown Nashville, and they had a sold-out show. It was pretty awesome. So that's what we did, other than clean and shop and eat
some
all
more.
that good stuff. Eat some more. Yep. So that's what we did for the past 2 weeks. So yeah. So what about you?
Not much is going on here. I've been sick the last 4 days, so I've been just trying to keep the world going when I really just want to crawl into my bed and watch crappy TV and nap all day. So
that sounds like heaven right now. That sounds like heaven.
I know. Like, do you remember that? Like when, pre-kids or when you were little, like if you got sick, you would just call off work and crawl in your bed and be sick.
Oh my God! Some of my best memories growing up were when
sick days,
and my grandma would let me lay on the couch, and I would watch like Price is Right and One Life to Live, all that awful '80s TV, and she would make chicken noodle soup and saltine crackers and Sprite or Coke, and that was the life, man. I love that. But now as an adult, when you're sick, forget it. As a mom, when you're sick, fucking forget it.
No.
Man. You just gotta keep going.
There's no stopping. You just keep going.
No, and it's the pits when you're sick and you still have to take care of everybody else, and you just really don't feel like it.
And it's not really a good time to be sick because everything is really chaotic and busy right now. Like my days are from sunrise to sunset.
Right.
And Matt was laughing at me last night because I sat down. I'm like, I just need 5 minutes. It was like after dinner. Everyone was even PJ'd up and everything. And I just sat down on the couch, and I'm like sitting straight up. He's like, I looked over because you had stopped talking, and you were literally sleeping, sitting up.
Oh my God, we talked about it earlier. That's like there's two ends of the spectrum that do that, either babies or old people.
Right,
what the
exactly.
Hell, man?
And I'm definitely like falling into the old people, category more than babies, but.
I do that.
Because I'm like, I think I might have taken a nap. He's like, yeah, you totally did. Like, you just closed your eyes and you were out cold. I'm like, I'm so exhausted.
And I definitely have noticed that I have that ability these days. And it's nuts because I always see, older people sitting straight up sleeping. And I'm thinking, how do they do that? Well, guess what? I think we now know how to do that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. Oh my God. I don't know about you, but it seems like right now, this season, I don't know if it's this season in my life or this time of the year, but I can't catch up on my sleep. Like no matter how much sleep I get, I'm still exhausted every single day.
I wake up tired.
I do too. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know the last time I woke up rested. I don't even know if that's really a thing.
I mean, it might have something to do with the fact that I refuse to go to bed at a decent hour, but I think personally we're kind of getting to that point where we need to either be exhausted and not feel good, or maybe start taking better care of ourselves. It's not like in your 20s where you could live on just a little bit of sleep and be fine, you know.
I vote for naps.
So naps are awesome.
They
Absolutely.
are awesome. They're a mandatory part of my day. Absolutely.
I might take one today. I might take one
I
today.
am.
I'm not going to lie.
I am.
Yeah.
I already have it scheduled.
You got it penciled in?
I have it written in red pen on every day of my fucking schedule. Like, that's that's non-negotiable. So when you come
for you, it's easier because your naps are sweet and short, but mine are, you know.
No, let me just tell you, that just tells you how tired I am. I used to nap for like 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes tops. My naps now are 45 minutes to an hour. That shows you how fucking exhausted I am.
You've crossed over.
I have.
You've crossed over. Good for you. Welcome.
Welcome to the dark side. So,
have you guys taken school pictures yet there?
Yes, we have. In fact, I just sent the money in this morning. It's funny you say that. Yeah. So, they were kind of weird, kind of bizarre.
Have they taken the pictures yet or no?
Yes.
So you've seen them?
Yes. And they're very bizarre, I have to say. I'll have to snapshot a couple of them and send them to you. But they had a couple of headshots, and then they had like a full body. Not a full body head to toe, but like 3/4 of your body. And what they did was made the boys put their hands in their pockets, and the girls put one hand on their hip, which I hate fucking chicken wing poses. I hate that. I'm like, oh my God, don't even get me started on that. And I'm like, why would you make my kid do that? My sweet little girl's over here doing the chicken wing. Come on. So you can bet I didn't get that pose. I got the headshot. I said, I
think school pictures need to just be the headshot anyway. So
yeah, I don't want to see how gangly and skinny my kid was, because that's essentially when you cock that arm out like that. That's to make your arm look thinner in pictures, and you can imagine what an 8, 9, 10-year-old looks like. They look like a damn, anorexic chicken wing or some shit. Right. Or something like one of the chicken wings you've already eaten off of. So I'm like, yeah. But they were cute. I don't typically order school pictures, but my mom actually she volunteered to buy them this year, because I was like, I'm not buying those, and so she's like, I'll buy them. So, did y'all have pictures?
Yeah, we did. And I always get like the minimum, you know, I get the small amount. Because for one thing, it's nice to have that updated picture every year. And I can't always guarantee I'm going to get the updated picture every year. So, I like going through the school. And it's a fundraiser for them. You know, they make a little bit of money off of it. But the funny thing is, I was laughing because the pictures came in yesterday. And my daughter has entered that like awkward tween stage.
Right.
So, I can only describe her picture as a stoner trying not to pass gas who doesn't own a hairbrush. I mean, I was like, why? I'm like, what were you thinking? Like, her eyes are half closed and she looks like she's holding her breath and her hair's in her face. I'm like, no.
Oh my gosh.
No. I can't even. I know I only paid $15 for that package, but you're redoing it. Like, that's not, I said, if you ever go missing, this is not the picture I'm giving the police. Like, absolutely not.
Oh my gosh.
Like, the boys look cute enough, but she looked like a hot mess. I'm like, why didn't you just take a look at your hair before you even sat down? And she's like, I don't know.
In her defense, poor Maggie, I took more bad elementary school pictures. Well, who am I kidding? I took more bad all year pictures than I took good. Like, I could probably count on one hand the decent school pictures that I have.
I don't think I ever had any, but we were like raised in a very awkward
I mean, I went to school one day and apparently somebody forgot to brush my hair, even though my grandma was a beautician. Yeah. I had ponytails, and apparently my bangs had been cut at one point and were growing back out. So at the tip of my little 80s ponytails up here were pieces spikes of hair sticking out where they were. It was so bad. It was so bad. I mean, and that was the worst.
In between the hair and like the shirts with the ruffles and the shoulder pads and.
Oh, I have quite a few pictures where my grandma, where I went to Texas to visit my other grandparents, and I got a super short haircut, and they permed it. Well, you can imagine what that looked like. That was the best picture ever.
Oh, your head looked like pubic hair.
It really did look, and it was the color of pubic hair. No, I'm just kidding. It was not. It might be the color of somebody's pubic hair, but it wasn't
Pubic hair comes in a rainbow of colors. It can be any color.
It looked like I should have been on the Golden Girls. Does pubic hair look like that? I don't know. And if I really want to embarrass myself, I'll have to dig it out and post it. I don't know. We'll see.
I fully support that decision. I think you should do that.
If I post it, then everybody else has to post a really bad picture of themselves.
I will. I absolutely will. We'll do that.
I think I would
have
win
a posting of bad school pictures.
I think I would win the contest.
We should do that.
Yeah. I think I'd win. Worst picture ever. Mortifying. So, yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Okay. You got water?
That made me dizzy. Woo!
What do you sound? You sound like you're channeling some black woman. Ooh, Lord, child.
Praise Jesus. I think I just saw the second coming.
Praise Jesus and pass the cornbread.
That's what she said.
Oh, gross.
Cornbread sounds good.
Ugh, coming does not sound good. Can we move on?
I don't know. It depends on who you are.
Ugh. If it was Jason Statham, then yes. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
No, who am I kidding? I would just want to lick him. Like, on his face. I don't like, yeah.
I just want him to talk to me.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
I don't even necessarily need to see him. He's handsome. Like, he does, but he's fit as all fucking get out. Don't get me wrong.
Juicy.
But I just like I like his voice. Like, if he could just talk to me, I think that would be enough for me.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. He's amazing. I just would like
if he could call me and just tell me stuff, like, it doesn't. I don't even care what the subject is.
He could read a grocery list off to me, and I'd be okay. He could read the back of a tampon box, and it'd be all right.
Right.
Are we still recording?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're totally recording. Maybe I'll leave this in. Maybe I won't. We'll see what happens.
All right.
So I have to tell you, like, I was wondering if you ever did anything like this. If there's something that you swear you're not going to do, but you totally do it, like, over and over again. And what I'm talking about is the other night, Maggie, once again, she appears to be my subject of the day. She had, she's already, like, star student at school or whatever. So, they give you that huge poster thing to fill out. And inevitably, every year, some child of mine has that damn poster. And I wait till the last minute, and I'm up at Walgreens at 9:30 at night developing pictures for this thing. And every year when I walk out of there, I'm like, I'm not doing this again. Like, I won't do it. And then again and again and again, every single year, I'm at Walgreens doing this.
No. I don't know.
So is there anything that you're like, this is ridiculous, I'm not doing it again?
Cooking dinner. Does that count?
Fuck yeah, that counts. I just, ugh.
Cooking for my kids. Hell yeah. Because it pisses me off. Inevitably, I'll cook something that I'll slave over. Like, I did the research, I got the groceries, I spent all this time cooking it.
You're like, we're trying new food, right?
Only fucking 2 bites, and then they're done. I'm like, I am never cooking for you again. I literally tell them that a lot of times. I'll say, why do I even bother cooking? I'm just going to say, here's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. There's your dinner.
Right.
Like, I say that a lot. So, yeah, in reality, there are a lot of situations where I say, I swear I'm never doing this again. And inevitably, I do it a million times again.
And you fall into it so quickly. Like, the whole routine is, and it always happens for me. Like, this particular item on my list of shit I refuse to do, but I still do, is always at the beginning of the year. I don't know why. It always is. Inevitably, I'm always at Walgreens in the middle of the night when it's super creepy, ordering pictures.
I have to tend to think that things like that are either not planned far enough advance for you to give you notice, or
we got that poster 2 fucking weeks ago.
Okay, well then it just slipped up on you.
This
forgot.
Is on me. This is on me. Yeah.
It's either one of 2 things. Either they dropped the ball or you dropped the ball. So it sounds like you dropped the ball.
It came home almost immediately, and I put it in the pile, and that's where it's at. So.
But see, that's the other end of the spectrum too. Like, don't give me something 2 weeks beforehand and then expect me to remember that it needs
Poor
to be done.
Poor teachers, they're not going to win.
Yeah, I mean, holy cow. Give it to me.
I don't think maybe I would have put that much effort into it, except for the fact, like, so she had worked on the poster that night, and then I go to read it, and she's like, because there's a whole section on who your hero is, and she's like, it's my mom and dad, because they work so hard, and you're still really great parents. I'm like, son of a bitch. Now I got to go to Walgreens. Like,
I think, I've always been pretty lucky. We just dig pictures out of our piles, of pictures. and tape them on so that we can pull them off or whatever. But inevitably,
I don't really have a ton of pictures though. You know, everything goes digital, you know, and then I'm screwed.
I have shoe boxes full, and I don't mean shoe boxes. I mean like the craft shoe boxes you buy from Michael's, full of pictures. I think I have 6 of those full of pictures. And so, and I've actually started printing pictures again off my phone using one of those services,
right.
And it's great because the problem is for years there, my oldest had all her pictures paper. You know, my second child was kind of where it started getting iffy and everything started going digital. And I said, you know what? This is ridiculous. I want a picture that, you know, you can hold in your hand. So I've started printing off pictures off of my phone and Instagram and all of that. So I'm kind of old-fashioned. I like having those pictures to dig through. I think it's great. That's one of my best memories. I like them too,
and I think they're important to have for the kids as well. But the reality is I'm just sometimes I get really lazy and I don't order for the longest time.
Right, right. Yeah.
You know, I mean, I always kind of think like digital is easy, and I think that's why I do it. But at the same time, I don't feel like we should rely completely on that.
Yes, exactly. Well, yeah, because they go off to Never Never Land, and I thought to myself, and I had that conundrum recently because I purchased a new computer, and I thought, what do I do with the pictures on the old computer? Heaven forbid, you know, it crashes. I don't want to lose them. And so I thought, okay, I'll put them on an external hard drive. And then what if it burns? What if the house, you know, and then you're thinking, well, I'll put it digital. And then you run into the matter of something happening to you and nobody knowing they exist.
Right.
So it's a really tough call on how to store pictures these days so that you can preserve them for your kids, you know. So, I don't know. It's a really good point. I don't know.
And meanwhile, like you started to bring up, and I think we veered off the way, but you're talking about like how you have a bunch of pictures of your oldest, and I've got a ton of paper pictures of Maggie when she was a baby.
Right.
There's no paper pictures of the boys when they were babies because everything is just on the computer.
Yes.
Like there's going to come a point in time where they're going to be like, "What the hell, Mom?" You know, like.
I know, and
it's bad enough that I have only one of my 3 baby books is filled out.
Oh,
you know,
mine
and then
too.
There's no paper. Yeah, so it's just the whole thing is, you know.
I have one complete baby book, and it was obviously Aubrey. And then the second one had a couple of pages in it. The third one totally blank, and then there is no fourth one for Paige. Bless her heart. Oh my goodness, I'm a terrible mom. Baby books suck. Let's just be honest. That's some pressure bullshit they put on moms.
My sister actually had for the boys, and I believe I've got one for Maggie too. She got me these calendars, these baby calendars. So for the first year of their life, like you did, and it had stickers, so you could put like first time I walked, first time I talked.
Oh, that's cool.
You know.
That's a lot easier to do because it's hanging in your face. It's hanging up.
Sorry, guys. You're right.
Hanging up all the time. Yeah, that's a pretty smart idea.
Yeah. So I don't know where they're at, but I have those. So let's move on to some weird news.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard, but this past weekend the world was supposed to end.
I did see something about it. Yeah.
I have titled this, "The Rapture Came and Went and Was Rescheduled."
I did see that.
So it's just a really quick story. This guy, David Meade, along with his followers, announced that the world was going to end on September 23rd when a planet called Planet X would collide or cross Earth's path. NASA has NASA went so far to come out and say this planet doesn't even exist. I don't know, what this guy is talking about. And he was saying like it had everything to do with, his math had to do with the eclipse. So apparently Saturday we were 33 days out from the eclipse, and Jesus was alive for 33 years. So that's where his math came into play.
Oh, okay.
And how he chose this date. So the eclipse was some sort of sign 33 days later because Jesus was alive for 33 years, blah, blah, blah. So that's fine. Like this happens all the time where the people conspiracy people come up with this crap and then they announce it, blah, 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 and it never happens. But the funny thing that I thought was Saturday came and went, and I even wrote, I'm like, the worst thing that happened was I went luggage shopping with all 3 kids. no eclipse. I might have hoped for an eclipse or an apocalypse at some point in time, but there was not one. I was just shopping. He announced that we misunderstood him. Not that he was wrong, but we misunderstood him. And what he meant was Saturday was just a sign, and the world was really going to end on October 15th. So mark your calendars, because he changed the date.
Okay, so I have a feeling come October 15th, he's going to say again, you misunderstood me.
Right. And then he said, he was like, or a date soon after that. So he's like, I'm not really too sure what's going on. I'm like, my God, I just can't.
What the hell?
Because at least I would say like once a year, someone is screaming the world is going to end, right?
Oh yeah,
so ever since 2012, really, right?
No, ever since when was it? 1999.
Well, the Y2K, yeah.
Yes.
So.
Or as Prince said, we're going to party like it's 1999, right?
And I don't think I really dropped the ball in 1999. Like I vaguely remember that New Year's Eve.
I remember
and
it well.
We really did not party like it was 1999.
We did. I remember that year very, very well. Absolutely. We rolled over to the 2000s. That was pretty awesome. And everybody really did think that the world, I think they did have people thinking that the world was going to end. I really do, if I remember correctly.
If I remember correctly, we had like a game night with some friends at our house. So, yeah.
I don't remember correctly, but I'm sure I was drunk somewhere at a bar in Pensacola. That's exactly where I was.
We were drunk.
Yeah.
We were drunk, yeah. We were drunk at some bar in Pensacola.
I have to say, though, that was a pretty cool, I like Planet X. That's pretty awesome. That sounds like something out of science fiction.
And it had like a different name, like Nibiru or something like, or Neribu or something like that. But it was that or Planet X is the name of the planet. And I just like that NASA even gave it enough weight where they're like, look, shithead, that's not even a planet. Like, why are you putting this out there? So
I did. I vaguely saw it float around. My goodness, there's so much going on in the world in general. I don't know if you saw the latest trending topic, and it totally made my day, and I'm being sarcastic. There will be 3 new Kardashians brought into the world very soon.
I almost talked about that. That was almost going to be my news.
I was like, I almost posted as my subject today, 3 new Kardashians coming into the world. My
now,
day is
if there's
made.
ever a sign of the apocalypse.
Yes. Oh my God. I heard it on the radio, literally, the confirmation on the radio this morning coming home from picking up the kids. I was like, 3? Are you kidding me? That's exactly what the world needs. Yes. I'm being totally facetious on that. Oh my God.
That is so funny.
Well, the funniest thing was the announcer said, and there's a 3rd Kardashian coming.
Yes.
And she said, Chris is having, and I was like, what? And it's like, no, not Chris. Caitlyn. Caitlyn.
Chloe.
No, he was kidding on the 3rd one.
Oh.
He said, and it's Caitlyn. And the host with him was like, what? And he's like, no, I'm just kidding. It's Chloe. I was like, oh my gosh.
So Kim is a surrogate though, right?
Yes, but I think the world is ending now. It's official.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, so there's 3 more coming.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh boy. The world we live in, I tell you what.
So guess what? His prediction was correct. It's whenever these kids are born. That's it. Yeah.
Isn't that like the 3 horsemen? Isn't that something?
Yeah, the 3 horsemen of the apocalypse. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
The 3 Kardashians.
Oh my God, David Meade, you're right.
He is right.
It was a sign.
Yes.
All right, so everyone get your shit together before October 15th.
Yes, or whenever these babies are born. Yeah,
right.
Whichever one comes first.
Speaking of the world, our subject for today is if moms ruled the world.
Good bridge. Good.
Yes.
What do you call it?
I know, right? Do I get a gold sticker?
What do you call that shit when you go from one subject to the other? There's a word for it, a technical word for it on TV, or radio.
Oh, I don't know, but I liked what you said.
Yeah, man. Pretty great. Yeah. So, yeah, if moms ruled the world.
Yeah.
It would be a better place for you and me. Damn, why does that song always pop up in my head?
I don't know. Every single time we brought this topic up, you've sang that.
I know. Sorry.
All right. So what do you want to say about that?
It's really funny because I thought about it, and I was like, there's a million things that moms do on a daily basis that would totally apply to everyday life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. One of my really, and this is really hits home for me because where I live right now is just immersed in road construction. And I said, if moms ruled the world, road construction would not take as long as it did. We would run this shit like a household. There ain't no weekends off. There's no let's get off at 5. That shit go 24/7. All right, a couple hours for sleeping. And then right back at it again. And that shit.
There would be no miles and miles of road construction.
And
we move room to room.
Yes.
Take that shit one step at a time.
And this unorganized stuff where there's like people standing on the side of the road, like not even looking at the traffic. I'm like, hell no, focus. You want to get this project done, do it.
Right.
So yeah.
Exactly.
I thought road construction.
It'd be like a mom on a Saturday morning with a list of chores.
That's right. Hell yeah. Road construction would definitely be more streamlined if moms ruled the world. So yeah, that was one of mine.
I thought that if moms ruled the world, all grocery stores would be set up the same way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. There's nothing worse than going.
Are they all different?
Oh, and you know what I heard recently? Recently, here, the big Kroger marketplace changed. They switched everything. And someone said in the comments they work for Kroger Corporate. That is a ploy they do to get
Spend
you
more money.
Buying different things. I said, you bastards. You bastards.
Right. Yeah.
Leave my shit where it belongs.
Exactly.
Ah.
And like brand, or not brand, but store to store, not even just within the same company, but different grocery stores. They just all need to agree on where shit goes and leave it at that.
Yes.
I don't care if you think you might make more money if you switch things up or whatever. I just need to fucking know where to find gravy.
Yeah.
That's it. Nothing else.
Well, we went to Walmart the other day, and we couldn't find Frosted Flakes, okay? So apparently this Walmart has such an enormous cereal section that you have to turn around behind you to the section behind you where they continued the cereal. I don't know about you, but I've never seen that before. Like, literally, Walmart is just one side, and that's it. Well, this Walmart had to have an extra section. So we were standing there looking, never thinking to look behind us, and the guy's like, oh, yeah, it's behind you. And we're like, what the fuck, man? Like, if you got so many cereals that you can't leave them on one side, you got too many cereals.
Got that shit. First thing first, you can get rid of all that nasty-ass granola that you love.
Oh, I love granola.
I know.
Get rid of that damn Raisin Bran rock shit.
Oh, yeah, no. We can all agree that Raisin Bran can go down
grape nuts. You like grape nuts. Yeah, that's fucking rocks in a box.
They remind me of my daddy.
Okay, I'll give you a pass on that one. But the title underneath, or the subtitle underneath, Grape Nuts needs to say rocks in a box. That shit, you could use that stuff as gravel in a fish tank, I bet.
That's how I feel about granola.
But it's so nice and sweet. See, the difference is granola is sweet. Grape Nuts is awful. I think I broke a tooth just talking about it.
Are you ready?
I am.
What's your next one?
It is cars and houses should be hosable. Like literally drain in the middle and hose that shit off. I'm like, that's the best idea ever. Whoever invented cars, if they had been a woman, would have had a drain in the middle. You just take
Do you imagine how much easier the baby years would have been if you had a drain and you could just like hose off your car? Think about that for a minute. How many times have you scrubbed
crevices,
puke, and yeah.
And I have to say, I think carpet in a car is not really a stellar idea at all.
No.
I think the inside should be like that molded, the textured molded plastic.
It used to be, right?
It
Remember? Like, yeah.
And yeah, it did. I think the bottom of some of those older cars were metal. I don't even think that they had anything down there. But I read an article once where an architect had built his own house, and he had several kids, and the inside was concrete, and he had drain holes positioned strategically throughout his house. So all he had to do was hose down the floor, scrub it with like a long scrub brush, and hose it back down. It was brilliant.
That's hilarious.
I said, and true fact, I read also one time a woman actually created a house that you could hose off. It wasn't essentially what I was thinking, but she invented a house where you pushed a button and the room kind of self-contained itself and then rinsed itself off. It was pretty crazy. So you'll have to look it up.
That's insane. Right.
So yeah, a woman was smart enough to invent it. Unfortunately, I'm sure a man said, you know what, this is a terrible idea.
You can just scrub that in your free time.
Exactly. You clean that shit. You clean it better than a hose. So yeah.
I thought that if women ruled the world, nobody would be hungry because we always have snacks on us for people.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're always inclined to make sure that someone has eaten.
So you think like permanent fanny packs are a good idea, full of snacks?
Kind of, yeah, yeah.
A snacky pack. Snacky pack.
Like if you walk around and you ask anyone about the inside of a purse, I guarantee you at least 90% of them is carrying around some sort of baggie of nuts or a granola bar or whatever. Every woman has snacks in her bag.
Yeah, I have a Cliff Bar. If you ask Janelle, she probably has the whole kitchen sink in there.
No kidding, right? She has been working with a smaller purse in her defense, so it's been very disturbing. Although the other day we went to lunch and she had her laptop and she was worried about leaving it in the car because it was so fucking hot out. So she's like wedging this laptop into that tiny purse so we could go into the restaurant. I'm like, you're just ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, that's kind of my next one. My next one is discount on buying groceries. I think there should be like a reward program every single month. Like you know what I mean? Like the more groceries you buy, the bigger your discount. Like,
yeah.
I just think, hell yeah. I'd be up to 100% free by the time the month was over. All right, your next one.
Speaking of things that should not be so expensive, I feel like if women ruled the world, things like passports wouldn't be so expensive. So my thought process is like these things that we're required to have, and they're really pricey. Like, why is that? You make it so people can't afford it, but they have to have it. It's not fair.
Yeah. It's that way with a lot of stuff I notice. Like car tags, registration, silly things,
And, women are going to be like, well, if you're going to make them have that, there should be a coupon for it, So.
Exactly. Well, I think women tend to be more frugal than men anyway, in general.
Right.
Because we see the bills and we're like, that needs a coupon for that. Exactly. So.
But, we're kind of wrapping and we're trying to get like some paperwork in order in this house. And the kids and Matt has a passport, of course, because he travels. But I'm like, we really should have passports. And I'm pricing it, and it's going to be like $1,000.
Are you kidding?
For us to get our passports, yeah.
Holy cow, I did not realize they were that expensive.
I mean, that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's not quite $1,000, but I mean, it's enough where you go, holy crap, how do you afford that and a vacation?
Yeah.
So.
Holy cow, that is nuts.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But it's pricey just to get your license. Yeah. So.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah. But there would definitely be a coupon for that stuff, like a buy one, get one free.
I think there should be coupons for everything, if we're being honest. I mean, shit. I agree. Or a Groupon. There should be a Groupon for shit like that.
I love Groupon.
All right, I think that if women ruled the world, side-by-side refrigerators would not exist.
No, what a waste of space.
Fucking worst design ever. Side-by-side refrigerator. A man had to design it. A bachelor man had to design that side-by-side refrigerator.
Oh, yeah.
It's the biggest waste of space I've ever seen in my entire life.
I mean, like, what do you do if you're throwing a party? You can't even fit a platter in there.
Well, the problem is I don't know about you, but you can't push things all the way to the very back because they get lost in Never Never Land. So then I kept things on the first, 1/3 of each shelf. Essentially, not even using the back of each shelf.
Right.
So when we bought our new
I don't so much have that problem with mine. We don't have so much that problem with ours, but I'm also not as petite as you, so I can reach the back of my fridge.
But I swore, so when I got my new refrigerator, I went French door all the way. I'm like, I don't want that shit. I want to be able to open that door and just shove my shit in.
And grab.
Yes. Right. So, yeah. They also wouldn't be able to design houses. Women would design all the houses. So we would have appropriate closets, appropriate kitchens, appropriate everything. Mandatory women architects design all the houses.
And now that you've mentioned it, There's not even a spot in my kitchen for my trash can, and that drives me nuts. Like,
Mine
a woman
neither.
would have never designed a kitchen without having a good spot for a trash can.
Mine neither. Mine literally sits in front of a cabinet, and I have to move it in order to get into that cabinet.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
No woman would have agreed to that design.
Hell no. If moms ruled the world and they designed houses, there would be a hole in the cabinet or the sink for you to shove your trash in, and it would go out to the garbage.
Yes.
That's exactly what it would do.
That would be so awesome.
Wouldn't that be awesome? Like a laundry chute. Every house should have a laundry chute.
Right.
Like, life would be so much easier if houses were designed with, families in mind. And
Yeah.
they're not. So, yeah.
Well, single people need trash cans too.
Yeah, very true. Very true. But see, I'm saying, if moms design the houses, they would cover all your bases because they know what you need
Right.
as a single person. They know you won't pick up your own laundry, so that laundry chute would be helpful. They know you're not going to take out the garbage, so the garbage chute would be fantastic. So, see, moms always got your back. They do.
I was thinking, this one came up last night because we went out to dinner and it was just so chaotic because we went to Skeeter's, which I know, I'm sorry, I wasn't going to bring that up. But it's always so stressful, like ordering at the counter and then trying to get drinks and get seated. I'm like, if moms ruled the world, there would be no order at the counter restaurants.
Oh, yeah.
As much as I love certain places, I hate that process. I get stressed out even before I go inside.
Yeah.
All a mom wants is to sit down and have someone bring her shit. I don't want to have to fill my own drinks.
No. It's kind of like some of those restaurants where you actually literally have to make your own, like, burger. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
right.
dude, if I wanted to pay $14 for a burger, I want you to put the shit on it, you know?
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I want to go in and sit down and have everything done for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly, right? It's not just me. I start getting a little sweaty before I even go in because I'm like, I'm going to have to get the drinks. I'm going to have to get the silverware. I have to, no. I just want someone to come to the table, take my order, and take care of me.
Yes, I agree.
And I will tip appropriately for that. Like, I'm happy to tip for that.
Yes, I agree. I mean, you go out to eat specifically so you don't have to do any work.
So I don't have to do the work. Right. And I'm doing the work.
Yeah. All right. If moms ruled the world, minivans wouldn't be so stupid looking. I don't know about you. I love my minivan, but I just think it's probably one of the uglier vehicles on the road. I mean, if you really look at it, it's one of the uncoolest looking vehicles you can drive. I love my van, but if moms designed them bitches be bad looking. That's all I got to say.
Right.
So
I don't know. Like, I think the bigger vehicles the bigger the vehicle, the less cool factor it has. Like, you stop being able to, like, make things very sleek looking or whatever.
It's like a big ass bus or something. That
Right.
shit never looks cool.
It's never gonna look good. The thing is like minivans and SUVs, they serve a purpose for sure. Absolutely. None of them really look good. Who are we kidding?
I love SUVs though, I have to say. I really do like an SUV. But I agree. I the bigger they get, I guess the less way to make them look attractive,
Right. They serve a purpose, and I love that purpose. I mean, I like having a big vehicle for my family, but I am not in denial about what I'll look like driving it.
And I have to say, that being said, I think that if moms ruled the world, I think the stigma of driving a minivan would be gone, I have to say. Because there's a huge stigma. There's a large population who say, I would never drive a minivan. And I was one of those, I'll be honest. And once I got it and saw because I knew the practical side of it, because I drove 2 expeditions before I got the minivan. And once I got it and I drove it, I was like, this son of a bitch is awesome. Like, I know it's ugly, but man, it hits all those points on that list, and it's great. So, I mean, but taking that stigma away would be amazing, because I still have friends who are like, oh, I would not be caught dead in a minivan. I'm like, girl, you just haven't driven it. You have no idea. So,
right. Take a road trip in it and then let me know what you think.
Go get some groceries in it. Yeah, exactly.
If moms ruled the world, Zofran would be an over-the-counter medicine.
Okay, what's Zofran?
It is, oh my God.
I don't know. Is it like heartburn?
Zofran, huh?
Is it like
no,
heartburn?
Zofran is the drug that will help someone stop vomiting.
Oh, okay.
So they don't get dehydrated. Yeah. It's a very simple pill, and there is no reason for it to not be over the counter
So it's
except
prescription.
Yeah.
Ah. Oh, hell yeah. Do you know you can
And it's
stop
one of
puking
those
in
where
its
like
tracks.
it's one of those way that they keep you coming into the doctor's office because there's no reason for you to have to see a doctor to get it. If you're vomiting, you're vomiting. You need it.
Yeah.
If it serves no other purpose, it's not like it gets you high. It's not like you can use it to lose weight or, abuse it in any way, shape, or form. But you still have to go into the doctor's office to get it, and it drives me nuts. Every time I need it, it drives me nuts.
That would be great because if you have multiple children, that would stop that shit in its tracks,
Right.
God.
And it really does. I mean, the shit works. And there's no reason for it not to be over the counter, except for some man has figured out he can make money by doing that. And yeah.
Yep. Oh, man.
But I also think that Xanax should be over the counter too.
I do know what that is. We were talking about that this morning. That's so funny. I prefer to say Calgon take me away. Apparently some people prefer to say Xanax take me away.
Because I don't take baths because I don't like laying in my own filth water.
Oh, I love taking a bath. I never thought about it that way until you said that. And I still take a bath. That shit don't bother me. I don't care. It's probably because I take like 12 showers a day. I'm never laying in my own filth.
You're never dirty. You take like 18 showers a day.
Oh my goodness. Oh. All right. I thought if moms ruled the world, there would be totally free daycare while you work or attend college. Like totally free. Like it should be like government mandated, all those helpers that help you while you enable you to work or go to college. I thought that would be fantastic, raise up
at least make it more affordable.
Oh yeah. So I don't know. I see a lot of, I think there are countries around the world, I think, that have daycare like that.
Yes.
Which is pretty impressive.
That's actually more common than our system. Yeah.
Yeah. I think, man, that's a great idea, So that was one of mine. What's your next one?
That's it for me.
That's it for you? I had a couple more. One of mine was paid for babysitters and nannies and housekeepers. That's just being greedy, though. I was being greedy, but it's the truth, man. I think every household should have, a government paid for housekeeper or nanny. You get to pick. If moms ruled the world, you would get to pick. I would pick the housekeeper.
Well, a nanny can do both. So.
I would fucking pick the housekeeper. You claim my house, I'll do the rest of it.
So that's about it for that. If moms ruled the world, I think we can both agree that it would just be a better place, right?
It would be a cleaner place.
It would be a cleaner place. I don't know. I'm kind of a slob, so it's kind of hard for me to say that, but
I think it would be more streamlined.
Yes. More organized. It would make a shit ton more sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
More organized. That's exactly right.
There'd be a lot more coupons.
Groupons.
Groupons for less body waxing and more government IDs and food.
Groupons for everyone.
Yeah. Stop with the Groupons for the body waxing. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree. Or the teeth whitening.
Yeah. We don't care.
All right. I have a shout out this week. I know I haven't done a shout out in a while. Leanne Adkins gave us a great recommendation on one of the podcast groups. Someone asked for a recommendation of a podcast, and she threw our name out there.
And she just put it out there.
Yeah,
she just put it out there.
So thank you, Leanne. That was pretty awesome.
Thank you.
All right. So you got a random question, right?
I do. Let's do our random question of the week. What is your secret guilty pleasure food? Something that you'll sneak a bite of if no one is looking or at like 11 o'clock at night when you can't sleep.
Jalapeno kettle chips.
No, dude, that's no secret. Everyone fucking knows you eat those things like crazy.
Okay.
Like something you're really embarrassed. Something that you would never catch your children eating, but you'll eat. Do you want me to go first? Because I have mine.
Yeah, you go first.
It's kind of embarrassing because it's super...
Is it mayonnaise straight out of the jar?
No, but it's up there.
Oh, God.
I love chocolate sprinkles.
Oh, just by themselves?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's super weird. And I'll just pop like a little small handful of them and chew on them.
Okay. Then that makes me realize what my weird guilty pleasure is.
See, I knew if I mentioned that, so everyone else would be like, oh, now I know what she's talking about. Because the thing is like, I'll open up the pantry, and when you open up the pantry door, no one can really see what you're doing in my particular house. But Matt will hear me, and he starts laughing because he knows that I'm over there, like,
oh my gosh,
eating chocolate sprinkles.
Oh my god! And
it makes me happy. It makes me happy.
Watching you do that with your hand made me realize what exactly my weird fucking food fetish is. You want to know what it is?
I do.
It's the shaker Parmesan, the green jar of Parmesan.
Yes.
I will take my finger, I will put some in the palm of my hand and lick my finger and lick it and eat it. And then I'll lick out of the palm of my hand. I will eat more of that shit while I'm cooking than I actually put in when I'm cooking.
That shit's delicious. I don't blame you one bit. We call it stinky cheese.
It's so fucking good.
It's so good.
I'm like, I've never actually put a spoon in there and eaten out of it with a spoon, but I will always.
But you could.
I will always
totally
pour
could.
that shit in my. And the kids were watching me the other day, and Emma looked at me, and I was like, "Is that weird? Is that weird?" I don't know, but yeah. I was gonna say cookie dough because I love cookie dough. Like I don't make cookies.
Everybody. I want that secret thing that like you would never like openly admit to people because you're thinking there might be
Parmesan because I have
off your rocker.
Well, I do actually hide when I do it, so like I don't let people see I'm doing it. And I love the big clumps in the shaker when you take the lid off. But inevitably, it falls apart in your finger. So yeah, weird. We're all weirdos. Aren't we all weirdos?
I hope that everyone doesn't hear that and they're like, they are off their rocker and we don't want anything to do with them anymore.
We're closet spring. Hey, you know what it reminds me of? On the middle, when Frankie, her secret guilty pleasure food is icing. Like she keeps like tubs of icing in her nightstand, and that's what that's what she does. So I think that's probably equivalent to like that spray cheese that you like open and spray in your mouth.
Right.
So yeah, we're all weird. It's okay. We're all weird.
All right. Well, we've done that. Do you want to go over the business end of this?
Yeah. That's what he said. That's what he wished.
Yeah, right.
All right, guys. Just for the social media, you can find us on Facebook. We have a group page. And if you guys would share the group page, I'd really appreciate it. We kind of sit stagnant. We've not really acquired any new members on our group page. And it's a shame because it's a really funny place. We have people that share funny things, but you can find us there. We have an Instagram with lots of pretties. We have a Twitter. We also have a website. It's lifeunderthelaundrypile.com. And did I miss anything?
No, that's perfect. We
each also have our own websites, which, you can find us. Copper is Never Drink from Mommy's Cup, and I'm One Fed Up Mommy. And you can also follow us on Instagram if you like, and Twitter. We both also have.
And Facebook, yeah. Yeah, we're all over the place.
Yep.
We get around like $10 hookers.
We're all over. We're all over.
I'm more like a $20 hooker.
I am the gold bottle of champagne.
No kissing.
You know that $5 shit you buy in the Dollar Tree?
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that stuff. That stuff is delicious.
So yeah, that's it. You can find us all those places.
All right. Have a great week, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.